Hey YouTube, how's it going everyone? This is MTG Moxman, and welcome for another exciting day of some Magic conversation, as it were. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. We'd love to have new viewers join us and take this journey together on what the hell is Wizards up to. Alright, so our conversation today has kind of been brewing a little bit with me and some of my friends. A few people I know that are just like people I hang with once in a while for Magic, but not personally know that well. So, is Wizards headed in the right direction? Was kind of how this question went. And not in the sense the sets are great. But Wizards itself, of course, is run by Hasbro. And what's happening is, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have noticed. The question is it the correct path? But what we're seeing is they are going to the flashy cards, the GX Pokemon of the world, as it were, all those kind of games. I can look back into a binder, and I can say, Willow Satire, Legends. Okay, cool. Then I can go along here. Oh, Jester's Mask. Right? Hey, how about this? How about this? Solvati Excavations. All right. Okay, hold on. I am getting somewhere, trust me. Then we start looking into our future sets. Things a little more recent, like Throne of Eldraine. Full borderless art, which we love. It's great. But then they have 3 versions of it, guys. And I have to ask myself, how much value are these other sets going to have, if anything? Is Wizards pushing the envelope so far that they're going to cause it to cave in on itself? The cave can only go so deep. And with bringing out this much Flash this fast, like, we just had Ultimate Masters, box toppers, amazing cards. I loved it. I was enthralled with opening them. I didn't get to open a lot because they were so expensive. Now, for the Throne of Eldraine, I cannot afford to buy the special collector's ones. I got some of the boosters that came with my booster boxes, but I could not literally afford to go out there and say, hey, I'm going to buy, 12 packs and spend like $400? That is not going to happen. That is not in the cards for me. And although I got to open a couple of boxes, and this is cool, I look and say to myself, how much Flash can we absorb before a market collapses in on itself because someone, some point, realizes that the Flash has no value? It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay. I've told you this, guys, dozens of times. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay. But when I look at this, guys, and I see all the variations of the cards, I gotta be honest, they're pretty awesome. Okay, I look and I say this is some good stuff. But when you look at those same cards and you say, are you going to spend $150 for one card, $200 for one card? And there are 3 different versions of that card, and one's $75, one's $100, one's $150, and there are 24 of them that you need. Are you literally going to spend 10 to 12% of your yearly gross income to get those 24 cards, those 12 cards, those 10 cards? And that's where things get really dicey. Because as we grow up, we realize there's only so much stuff you can take, things you can collect, before you realize you have too much and you scale back a bit. Well, if kids and young adults are doing this for Magic in their early 20s, late teens, they are draining themselves so bad they can't even move out of their parents' house, man. They can't be going and buying. Now, if they get one of these cards, sure, they're happy to trade it and get some trade value. But who's buying it? Is Wizards going too far? Are they producing so much Flash that maybe not this next set or two, but in the next 3-4 sets, like they're doing it for Theros, the same type of thing. How much can you absorb? How many hits can we take? Right before they have to depower the sets again. And turn off the taps and find another way to drain us for some money. I know Wizards isn't fine. Hasbro, sorry. It's not fine just making, whatever they were making before. However many millions of dollars it is. I get that. They want more. They always want more. When some of their older franchise things like Monopoly and stuff aren't panning out anymore, because, generations change. They all look for new revenues. But I don't know if they're heading in the right direction. And when I talked to some friends and people, we had a few arguments, and they're all kind of like either this way or this way. And I tend to be kind of, let's wait and see. I'm a happier person generally, as you guys know. I'm not really usually in a foul mood. I'm usually pretty chipper and happy. And it annoys my friends as well as everybody else around me. But it's a positive atmosphere that I've lived in that allows me to keep a positive outlook. So I say to myself, okay, we have lots of different things here and lots of different things here. Will it meet somewhere in the middle? Maybe. But I love Magic. And I spend a lot of money on it. Some of it my own. Some from sales from previous things. Like you guys know I don't put all my money into one basket. But to know that there are 3 cards of Emery. Now, a few weeks ago when Emery came, this started like a $10 card. It was $4. Shipped. I was happy. But the borderless of this or borderless foil of that, more and more value, right? You didn't see me buy any. So let's just say, for a moment, I'm only one person. Pretty dedicated buyer. And it keeps happening that people like me say, no, not going for that expensive one. I'm going to go for that one. And these start to sit inside of shelves on LGS storefronts. And they start building their stock. And nobody's buying. And it builds on this side. And it builds on this side with numerous other cards. Those card stores have to move the product. If they don't move it, they don't sell it. They don't sell it, they don't cover rent, they don't pay their employees. Things go to, really fast. Especially for a storefront that has rent to pay. Now, for those of you who are in cyberspace, you can sit on this stuff for years. But it's Flash. And Flash is awesome, as long as somebody's buying it. But when you look back to cards like, I know it's sold. I'm not going to see my friend for a little bit to pick it up, but this isn't coming back. I think the mistake Wizards has made with their Flash, this is my own radical idea between this and between this, okay? Picture this. Let's face it. I mean, by the way, we've gained some new subscribers. And by the way, this conversation is coming to you from this guy, a new guy, Tristan. Tristan, shout out, buddy. Pause. You're awesome. Don't worry, man. But you guys are all awesome. You know that. Not gonna have to name everyone. MTG revealed, Downs, Vasily Finance, Andrew. You guys are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. Here's my radical idea for you. It's taken from this. That's why some of my friends kind of liked it. Add more cards to the reserve list. From every edition. You want those cards to have future value? Promise you'll never reprint them again. I'm not saying tons of cards. Pick 4 cards. 3 cards. 2 cards. From every set that will never be reprinted. Just 1 or 2 cards. That's 6 cards a year. 12 cards a year. Whatever they're going to print. But you are guaranteeing the public that you are standing by your word, Wizards, and you're not doing it right now. With all this Flash, I need to know that you're not going to reprint a $150 card a year from now, drive my card down to $50. And they're not doing that. So if you don't have buyer confidence, I'm not buying it. When you guys look at the Mox Amber thing, sorry, I got a few binders here. When you look at the literally just pages and pages from, what is it, 5 binders I've got now of Mox Amber. Okay? Plus a few with foil. When you look at all that, you say, wow, that's a lot of Mox Amber. I took a chance. Not everyone's willing to do that. It's a mythic, and I do believe it will be reprinted. The question is when. That's the question. So I'm taking a chance because I can choose to. Most of us can't. You want to have confidence? I say bring in the restricted list. Just every single set, a couple of cards that are not going to come back, Wizards. You're not bringing them back. You're making sure that we know. I don't know. I'm not saying it has to be Oko or something, right? But pick something. That Garrick will never be reprinted. Sarah the Benevolent will never come back again in that form. Cool. That card goes from $5 to $10, maybe into 15 or 20 bucks, because it's not going to be that hard to get with the massive print runs. But they know when they look at that product, those cards are off the table. They're not coming back. And if Wizards' imagination is too short to come up with new cards, hire me. I built an entire set for Pause, and I did it in what, like a month? I have trouble finding the artwork, but I created the cards in the set and play tested a lot of it, so it played. There are people out there who have enough creative ideas. If Wizards are too short-sighted for that, that's their problem. But are they going too fast? Because they're not going to take my idea. We know that. There's like, 61 of us now, by the way. There's 61 people who watch this channel. Well, not really. I mean, I don't get comments from everybody, but there's some people out there watching. So, tell your friends. Come listen to some crazy guy in his basement, really in his basement, tell you how things are. Not like the fake Rudy guy who's got millions, but the actual guy in the basement with holes in his roof. It's actually an access panel, but you know what I meant. But I look at that, guys, and I say, what do we have Wizards doing here? They're going for flash. They're trying to make money. But if they kill the goose, which is us, they're not getting no eggs from us, are they? I'm not saying to make us super happy, but if they did something like that and said, okay, this reserve list, these 2 cards, they're just too awesome, they're not coming back, or we feel that they broke play in a certain thing, not ban them. I'm just saying not reprint them. So it'll be harder to get. So somewhere out there 15 years from now, 20 years from now, those cards will be worth something. And that sealed product will have a little more value. That's just my take on it, guys. I don't know if I'm just talking out of it. When I see them making all this flash, that flash, these cool cards, these 3 types of tiers, it only has value if we buy into it that it has value. Who told you it had value? Because I learned a long time ago. No. I remember trading like 80 dual lands just to get 1 Mox. Think about how much those 80 dual lands are worth now. I'm not saying Mox isn't worth anything. 80 dual lands. A lot of trading went on back in the day in Magic. Right now our prices are set by companies out there just determining values based on the buy and sell, the ebb and flow. Look at Mox Amber is still going for like $25, but it's selling for $30-something Canadian on eBay. I don't know where they're getting the price from. I see the sales, I'm checking it, but I think they're trying to skew the number lower to make people give some up, right? Because it's a pretty tight market right now in that card. Who knows? But Wizards might be making a little too much flash, is my point. And if they don't come up with some way to moderate it, they might cause the cave just to crash in. And if we come crashing in, some of us will come back if they fix it, but a lot of us might not. Right? I'm not saying me. I'm probably in it for the long haul because I love this game. Always have. But the idea of it is just one of those things you're like, hey, man, think about it. That flash could be gone, guys. They don't have to have it in there. They're doing it there to make more money, right? They could have had that as a lottery card, the thing, right? They could have that as a lottery card, and that would have been totally awesome. I'm sorry if you can hear my wife in the background calling my son. Sorry about that. You know how it goes sometimes. Family stuff. But yeah, please keep it in mind, guys. Don't just buy into the stuff. Think about it. Think about what your determined value of those cards are, and that will be awesome for you. And if you want to, you go ahead and buy that flash. But do I think it has value? Maybe. But I also thought the box toppers did. And the Battle for Zendikar. Right? But then they keep reprinting it now. So it's losing its luster. That shine you're seeing on these cards is losing that luster. Whereas a card like that, every time you walk into a store and they see that in your deck, they're like, "Oh, dude, is that an alpha?" Every time. But not so when you get a flashy card and you see whole stacks of them in their store already waiting. And they're like, sorry, it's a low buy list right now. We're only going to give you 1/3 of that because they can afford to sit on it. And they're not sure where that flash is going to go. So please don't keep that in a pan, guys. Decide for yourselves. But I'm a little in between. They got to do something to moderate things. Not just keep going hog wild until they kill it. Right? And then they have to find another way to abuse us. So, just my take on it, my little bit of a rant today. Hope you guys are having an awesome one. Rock it. Give me some comments in the bottom. Let me know what you guys think. And we'll tune in tomorrow for another exciting episode, all right? Thanks again for tuning in. And we know nobody watches the video this late. I can see by the thing. Only a few of you guys do. You are the special few. You are. All right, guys. Take it easy.